You know, gang, this is Boomer. Happy Friday, everyone. I want to hit on two important subjects this afternoon, and neither one has to do with the Jeffrey Epstein files, although that remains a top issue and, maybe even still the number one issue. But there's so many of them. There's so much news these days regarding Trump and his evil forces. Uh, anyway, I'll be back with Epstein soon and certainly online with plenty of tweets. But for right now, I just want to hit on the Republican federal government shutdown. This is talk about evil. This is a form of evilness that just uh, it's unbelievable that these people will steal from the poor to give money to the rich. This is all about federal monies that have been available to Obamacare participants and some others for many, many years now, 15, going on 16. And it's a credit that makes the insurance policies under Obamacare less costly for America's most vulnerable. And the Republicans will not hear of it. They do not want to continue this program, whereas Democrats and about 95% of all Americans do want to continue the health insurance credit for Americans, for our low-income Americans. And time is running out, and the Republicans are just using this as a cudgel, and people are going to get hurt. And many of them are going to be Trump supporters because the most vulnerable will be people in rural areas where medical service is a great challenge to begin with. This is going to make it even more difficult and much more costly. By the way, just for everyone involved in everyone with health insurance in America, uh, neutral parties who have studied the matter say that if this credit is not extended and continued, that the average American's health insurance premium will more than double starting in January. So this Republican shutdown is a sham. They want to shift money. They want to get their greedy little hands on as much money as they can to shift to their pet projects and their partner billionaires, who, as if they don't have enough money to begin with. But anyway, the second matter I wanted to hit on is this awful situation here in my hometown, Alexandria, Virginia, right outside of Washington, D.C., where the federal court, uh, known as the Rocket Docket, by the way, from coast to coast, is in shambles due to Donald Trump and this awful um, attempt to try to bring James Comey, back to trial for allegedly lying. How many years ago was it? Um, but anyway, it's a farce. Everyone knows it's a farce. But not only is it a waste of precious money and resources, taxpayers, the people involved, Comey himself, and many others. Very, very costly matter, but it is also damaging the reputation of one of the great federal courts in America. I mean, this Rocket Docket here in Old Town Alexandria has seen some of the most famous cases in our country's history, including, 911 combatants and spies and many others who have done harm here. And right now, people are just what has happened. It's a skeleton force down there. It employs around 300 attorneys, but attorneys are leaving on almost a daily basis due to the corrupt nature of this new person that Trump, I don't know what her name is, Hannigan or Howitzer or Hannigan or Halligan, I don't know, but who she is. She's a former, beauty pageant participant in Donald Trump's beauty pageants, by the way. When he hired her to take over the U.S. attorney position here in Alexandria Federal Court, she was going around to Smithsonian museums on his staff, on the White House staff, going around to Smithsonian museums and making decisions on what exhibits are too woke for America and too woke for the Trump administration. And, sort of throwing her lightweight, because she is clearly a lightweight. I don't know if she's ever tried a case in her life, but anyway, she's a nothing burger. Okay. got to get the situation straightened out here. This federal court is in shambles. So, at any rate, that's it for me right now, ladies and gentlemen, friends and followers on YouTube and on X. Thank you very much for your support. I hope everyone has a beautiful weekend. Stay the course, fight the fight. More power to the people. We've got to, I think we're going to have to get to the streets pretty soon. Okay, this is Boomer, and this Boomer hits different.